I'm trying to phrase that in a positive way because it's actually born out of something bad.
Create, we're about telling the real stories.
So here I am, a brand manager, telling you all my secrets.
It starts with a heartbeat, a roar from the stands, a scream in the silence. A single person who believes. They don't just follow, they fight for it. They wear it, they live it. This is more than loyalty, more than brand, more than product. This is fandom. But here's the question. Can a brand create that? Not just attention, but obsession. Not just customers, but fans.
It's almost like those 5 seconds were fun creative.
Having worked with multiple big global brands, I think there is this obsession around brand loyalty. But I would compare brand loyalty as in I'm really loyal to my local gas station because it's the most convenient one to go to. I'm loyal to a lot of things because of my repeated sort of cycle of behavior.
The second thing is know your audience. We've all got different clients, and if you meet
I think loyalty doesn't include the most important thing, which is this emotional connection to a brand. And we know throughout time that the thing that's gonna really set you apart as a brand from up and coming rivals who might have a better product, a cheaper product, more features, etc., is the emotional connection that you actually built with your audience.
I was thinking actually in the pitch, that's the challenge, because you don't really know your audience, as we were saying, because you didn't have any interact with the client. So you just have a cold brief that doesn't give you a lot of information. So doing these activities, going on the ground, see what actually they're doing, it's probably the key to get more close to them. It will be more easy for them to say, okay, we try to find a way.
Okay, so yeah, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning, how you doing?
How about
I was having a great morning till you were late, and then here you go. You know, you threw the whole schedule off. Now I'm rattled. You know, my whole day's 20 minutes off. No, it's all good. Just giving you shit. I'm just getting in a light mood. Keep that on tape. He was late. Put that in. Create. We're about telling the real stories. He was 20 minutes late. We're scrambling for time. I haven't been prepped properly. Like, it's chaos. So.
yeah, this completed the whole.
Hi, my name is Yash. I'm the Executive Director of Strategy and Social here at Create. I've just joined the agency actually. I came from Australia, hence the accent. I've been in the industry for a long time, working in senior roles across creative, social and strategy. Yeah, really excited to join the team here. It's a really exciting time, both with the acquisition of Stagwell, but equally launching our new proposition to market, We Create Fans, which is a really progressive proposition that looks to unite all the amazing teams here and all the work we do into a really cohesive philosophy that I think creates a really interesting way to speak to modern audiences.
This is really to hear your thoughts of how this would apply to your day-to-day, how would it apply to the way that you would look at the work that you want to create, or if even there's some comments on how you think it doesn't apply. Yeah. I think it's good to ask those questions. You know, if there's something you're unsure of, you don't know how it works, feel free to ask any questions you have, and we'll help explain and clarify anything that you might have.
We Create Fans, how to describe it? I mean, it's always the acid test when it comes to a proposition is how you describe it to someone who isn't immediately invested in it. It's just tricky. But it all comes down to the way we as brands, as marketers interact with our customers or audiences, if you will, right? So traditionally, it's been very one way, right? It's a brand talking down, and you could do that. But now I think with the rise of social and all these new platforms and ways of interacting where I guess engagement is two-way, right? So we need to be thinking and acting differently. The types of relationships we seek need to be different, need to be deeper. I think what We Create Fans is a recognition and a realization that We can't, as brands, expect to be speaking one way and expect to be getting the same level of trust and loyalty that we used to. It's going, you know what, we're going to engage with you on your terms in ways that are relevant to you.
As an agency, we create fans, that's fine. But explaining it to the clients, we're like, cool, these are advocates. You know, these are ambassadors. These are people that love your brand so much, they're going around and telling everyone your story.
Yeah.
Nobody doesn't want that. Everybody wants that.
And also, we're not gonna leave you guys empty-handed.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're just gonna have to tell your clients that we create fans now. That's what we do. That's it. No more questions. No more follow.
How it came like from a small idea to now we are changing?
I'm trying to phrase that in a positive way because it's actually born out of something bad.
Can we talk about
We can. I don't think it's gonna make the edit. For us, we have a lot of different departments doing a lot of amazing work in their own right. But that also comes with a lot of different philosophies and different ways of working. So I wouldn't call it a misalignment, but I think there was a missing gap. There was a missing North Star. There was a missing connection at some points in a philosophical way, in the ways of working. While these teams are not completely isolated and there's a lot of crossover and collaboration, I still think that there was something that we can create to unify the way we're thinking, the way we're approaching work, because the foundation has always been there. But this exercise of creating We Create Fans kind of brought this all together. It just clarified our sort of one shared goal and North Star for all the different teams that we have in Create Group.
So the brief from the client was to create a website that captures the cultural significance of Saadiyat Culture District.
The way we approached Saadiyat Cultural District website was the idea was to recreate an immersive experience online that evokes a bit the actual experience that the people that can have on the island. And the idea that guided the project was this way in Italian we say percepire l'arte, which literally means enjoy art, but it's a bit more than that because it's really a truly immersion with all the feelings and the being in the art, looking at the art.
Welcome to Saadiyat Cultural District, Abu Dhabi, a global cultural hub and home to iconic institutions like Louvre Abu Dhabi and the upcoming Guggenheim Abu Dhabi. We've created an immersive website to share the district's sophistication and culture with the world.
So that was a bit the idea that guided the design. How we can create in the digital space these sensations. So the web is not just a static digital canvas, but becomes a real space, a 3D space. And this is a bit what we achieved through interaction, animation on scroll, and some 3D elements on the website.
So because the timeline was so tight, we got the brief on a Thursday or Friday, and what we had to do was we had to rush out the concept very quickly. Because our team has set very high standards for themselves in terms of the design and user experience that we deliver. Leo worked late night to come up with a beautiful concept that we're very happy with.
The website was done in 24 hours. 24.
Honestly, it was done in one night.
In one night.
Because we did the first version, which was yeah. And then everyone was complaining about it. What you get even with 24 hours? I had to work late night to come with the final design.
And that should be the case with not just design. You guys won an award for it.
Yeah, we won actually the MENA Digital Award. Yeah, we were proud of it.
How do you feel about that?
It was very good. I think the team worked very hard. Honestly, this was also one of that websites that we got the brief and after 48 hours we had to make the design and go online in 72 hours, so it was very crazy. So for the short amount of time that we had, we tried to deliver the best, because we are participating on building the cultural identity of this city, so we are very keen and proud of being part of this change.
I think in general, our industry is going through a major shift. You know, coming back from Cannes, everybody was talking about the impact of AI and how content's just going to become commoditized in a way that there's going to be a lot of noise, of course, on platforms. So the human experience becomes even more important. I think the inspiration of this new positioning came from trying to ask ourselves one question. What is the most meaningful relationship between a brand and an audience? And of course, sports played a big role. You know, when you look at a team, a sports team, a football team, the person that's wearing the jersey is going to be wearing that jersey most of their life, as in they will defend the brand, they will defend the team. So that relationship becomes a really meaningful relationship that defines more than just one-time experience. So then we were asking ourselves, how do we translate that type of relationship to the clients that we work with, to destinations and to brands that we work with?
The way that we look at and sort of judge our work, it's looking at three different components of it. Is it distinct? Is it inspirational? Is it impactful? If work is inspirational, it doesn't mean that it has to give you goosebumps, right? It can be an emotional connection with it. It can inspire you to take action. It can be something that you connect with in a positive, negative way. When we're talking about being distinct, I would compare that to being on someone's team, showing up in their jersey, right? You know, when you look at two teams or a whole league of teams, your team stands out. And the impact side of things is not just creating results as an impact, but it's for the end user. Is it useful to them? Does it impact their daily life? Does it impact their moment? Does it impact their future?
Do you count like this?
Yeah, he's Jamaican. He's a Jamaican lobster. Creating fans starts at home. So if we're not leading by example, we're not doing it right. We create fans by creating thought leadership content that people can really take something away from. Thank you so much. You're natural. That content can be found in our podcast, The Creator Sessions.
And we're back one more time with another episode.
Or in this documentary right here. You know, this was a really big idea on paper, and the execution of it was a huge feat. And here we are, you know, 6, 7 episodes in, and we're really trying to give an honest inside glimpse into what we do. I feel like that's how you create a fan, by being your most authentic and honest self. And so here I am, a brand manager, telling you all my secrets. Honestly, the creator sessions are just getting better and better. And we just got back from shooting our latest episode from inside Louvre Abu Dhabi.
Easy. I was just telling Matthew, this is
It's cool, no?
this is pretty intense, guys.
Like I said, the beauty about it
If you want to film all of your podcasts here, I'm happy to help you out.
Where our two hosts were sitting in front of a Rodin sculpture flanked by Manet and Monet paintings. It's just unbelievable. And so this whole leveling up of this content is a huge point of pride for me. The episodes that we produce have real value. Those conversations truly take people to the heart of the subject matter at hand. Our latest guest on the creator sessions that we shot at the Louvre was Ghadir El-Koub. She's the creative and production department director at DCT Abu Dhabi. It was really cool to be able to talk to her from the heart of Louvre Abu Dhabi. It's not an easy endeavor to create fans. A real fan is someone that you've converted from being just a follower, from being a casual observer, to someone who's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And that's not a simple feat. So, we've used our brand as kind of a test case for how to create those fans. And if we hadn't done this self-work and this practice internally, we wouldn't then be able to take that ethos and that product to our clients.
We create a meaningful piece of work that would convert our audiences on that journey to fans.
Might seem a little bit far-fetched on all of our clients and how we do business, but we'll slowly show you how that applies to every element of the work that we do.
Do we have now anything?
Work-wise, I mean, Vox is a story of someone who is a fan, who has been a fan for generations. If we can hit those 3 areas and craft that really, really well, now we have the foundation and the opportunity to start creating fans.
Thank you for everything. Signing out.